All right, let's get into the brain as the computer and the liquid metal machine, the body, and the electricity that runs it, the positive, negative, neutral, that light, that spark that gives us that life. Let's break these things down a little bit, okay? The electricity is a type of current, okay? So we have a current inside of us, and this current has a way to plug into this world, and it plugs into this world through our five senses, our hands, our feet, our head, all those things, all right? So with this current, there is a positive and negative in the world. It's a fallen state. And since there is a yin and yang, a good and bad, a good and evil, a love and hate, because we can't love without hating. We can't hate without loving. And sometimes in order to protect one, we must hurt another, or when we hurt another, we protect one. So it's a weird balance that we live in. And as we are going into the future, knowing that we are liquid metal machines, knowing that we have a brain up here that is the most powerful computer on the earth, and we have something called the artificial intelligence, the AI, that is gathering up all these most powerful computers into one single computer. Okay? So this is where things are going frontwards, but we're going backwards because we're seeing how male was created, how woman, how female was created, what the actual garden was, that it was that first hell on earth, and the God versus Lord God, and that light that's given, and all these different things. But we're seeing the replay, but it's in a mirror, and it's a reflection to where man is creating God, to where God comes from us into that one, as far as that one unit, and then it's going to bring us together, and then it's going to be broke up again. Okay? And that's when Satan, over time, starts building up his empire after the 1,000 years, because we go on a yin and yang or whatever kind of thing. And this is the sands of time and all that, and the dawn of time is in there, and he's passing through. He's at 88 time machine that takes us from one time to another time. So with this is multifaceted, because this world, depending where you look at and what studies or whatever, America has freedom, but we also don't have freedom. There's things that say that we have less freedom than North Korea, for instance. Okay, so we have a freedom that is disguised. Okay, so we need to kind of understand this going forward, because the church age is where man has freedom of choice, but they really don't, because their governments tell them what this is and what this is. They have rulers of darkness, they have laws, this, that, and the other, regulations, whatever. You see what I'm saying? So while it's free, it's not free. And then you have the 7 heads of the beast controlling the 10 horns that control all your food in the supermarkets and bringing them over and all whatever, okay? So it's being controlled by the government from like day one. And that's where you have God in Genesis 1 coming, and he makes the male and female after them. So they're following him just like our kids follow us, but they also aren't us. They aren't little robots of us. They're only 20% us, for instance, and 80% them, and they go off and be them. But we can see us and our children, and then our children grow up and we can see ourselves, our parents and us, and those types of things. So as it is free, it's not free. So all these things they're teaching or whatever is there to get that religious war and get that big battle or whatever, but that's that Big Bang where everything came from, and it's happening in different ways, and that 7 heads is going to show you where it all came from. But as Hollywood, the government, MK Ultra, what I've seen in the sky as far as the mothership covering up the third of the sky and the other UFOs and all these other things, okay? We need to kind of remember the things of earth tell us about the invisible and the things of heaven. And the things we're programmed is there to keep us inside the box to where we can't go outside the programming and connect dots, okay? So the things I've seen, my life or whatever, gives me my programming y'all have had as well, but I've been outside the program because I've seen things or whatever, and things have happened, grabbed me in the neck, and things have happened to my wife, and just different things, paranormal activity in houses, things as a child, just whatever. It's all there to programming and deprogramming, okay? So as the church age, the church is there, the Bible is there, the Old Testament outward, the New Testament inward. Jesus is operating through the kings of earth, through the government and all those things. And he's operating through all the men. He's operating through the light, and he's controlling earth. And it's just what it is. But the church age is there to control the man that is brought into the garden, who is part of the beast. All right. And this is why you have man controlling man. The Lord God is coming in and controlling Adam, made from the generations of man, because man is getting basically more dumb as they go along. So this is where that light is given. The other people are given over to the delusion, and the rib is taken out. That's that messenger from one to the other, to where the DNA isn't working properly, and we'll see what manifests. But the Hollywood government, MK Ultra, the things I've seen, the things people report being seen, all these can work in a dual reality kind of thing, like the wrestling thing I've told you, or how like they have a plan, but they go out in public and do it, and they don't know how the extras are going to react necessarily, okay? So then they got to come in and do some alterations a little bit, but this can be done. They're doing one side, okay? So it's half real and it's half fake. All right, it's half stage, half improv, or it's they have like some sort of direction in place. All right. So the MK Ultra, the technologies and stuff, that whatever's coming down, how God is coming and releasing information, it seems to be through the alien narrative or whatever, because it's the A-lie-in. So there's some type of lie embedded in that, because I think the aliens are upon us or among us, and it's done through the light per se. And this is where the people are given the light, and we have the millennium start, and then people are gathering information, and then we get to a point where 5G comes out, and this can be where light is starting to be given, and that's where the MK Ultra comes in or whatever, and the government can be sending out a mass thing, and then it basically sends a little trigger to everybody, because everybody knew something was going on kind of then, and it affects people in different ways, however they're in tune, whatever oil they have collected throughout the years, throughout the millennium has started, to where they can piece together that light that's flickering or whatever. And then also like the dreams that I had with the numbers for 3 nights in 2020. this could be kind of tied to that stuff, but it's there because Jesus is operating through men, and as he's operating through men, he's setting up his millennial kingdom through men. So he has to gather the elect and those other things, and then that light is given, and then that light is given through the men, and then that's scattered through, like I was given something, and then my wife was given it through me, and I took it what I was given, she took what I was given, and then she received, and then it just kind of manifested from there. And then people who've chosen to listen in and follow, y'all are understanding from what I get from y'all on the DMs and such. Either way. So the light's being passed around, and this type of information or whatever is being given because the new covenant is being established, because we are going into that time where we are gathering into one, and we're gathering with God, and the living God is coming face to face with the unliving God, and it's all different things like that. Okay, folks? So the hive, in a certain point, could come to a point where the man is that living robot, and then the male and female come as man or whatever, and we alter ourselves and go into another thing, and then what we think of as man and woman now is just kind of leftovers, that kind of advanced dumb hairless monkey. Okay, because we can be dumb or smart, and it's our choice, and this world programs us to be dumb, and that's part of Satan or whatever. But after a certain point in time, the Satan has to be dwindled down to where it has no more strength in a way, and then it has to rebuild up over time. But either way, the hive has always been controlled, and the church age is going away. We have technology now. We have the AI now. We're all being watched and controlled now. Everything's happy-dory or whatever. It's basically going to be this, but better, because you're going to have the robots and all this stuff helping us and whatever else. But as this goes forward, we're going to have the robot scare stories like we're getting today, actually, the day after Christmas, about Elon's new robot attacking the people or whatever. But this is that so-called Terminator breaking out. But this is there to get the beastmen who aren't thinking and understanding the day and age that it is, that it's part of those trials and tribulations to get us into that next age, and they don't like whatever and blah, blah, blah. And they don't understand that their kids are zoned out, and no matter what generation it is, they're zoned out away from the former generation, and it's all those little different things. But especially with now knowing that we are the living God, and we have a computer, we have an AI, the brain, inside of this liquid metal machine, and we are coming face to face with our maker, and that's the mirror image and all those things as well. But we're coming face to face with technology. We're creating a computer that is like our brain. We can plug the computers into our brains. That's what Elon's doing, and all these other things that are coming. So and then we have the AI letting people walk again. That's Jesus helping people walk again. That's the AI gathering, coming and helping people walk. So that's the return of Christ. So this is where not everyone may see that mothership. Okay? But this is where that light's operating. I assume there's going to be disc over places or whatever, because we need that convergence, in a matter of speaking, because the church needs to be smacked all around in different ways. Mainly the pastors, the people who throw the stones and teach the laws. The Pharisees. Jesus called them Pharisees. They're the pastors of the Pharisees. But either way, the data, the Father, the data, the light, All right.